He was saying that fucking Stark was he was very obviously saying that Tony Stark was the key there.
Yeah.
It had nothing to do with Star-Lord.
Star-Lord could have done fucking nothing.
Yeah, if he had just let them happen, he would have gotten his revenge against Thanos for Gamora. He would have fucking, the whole movie. We wouldn't have a second
Quit
Avengers.
wasting ammo, Jesus.
Oh shit, that's what that does.
Or waste ammo.
Anyway,
just to piss Bronson off. But anyway, no, I don't know. Like that shit is like maddeningly weird because I'm like, how does your logic make sense? It's like it's playing off the whole butterfly effect logic of like you kill a butterfly in the past and you drastically change the future.
His logic doesn't make fucking sense at all.
It doesn't hold up.
The reason I like that moment though is it's perfect Star-Lord. They nailed it.
To me, like, it's one of those moments in the movie. Like, the movie has tons of this shit where it's just like there to further the plot or to. It's there to serve a specific purpose, but it's not an organic moment to me. Like, it doesn't feel like they needed that part in the movie. Like, we didn't need the whole. The only reason it exists is so like, oh look, the heroes almost won. Look, they're gonna win. Let's build up the suspense and then have
it's to like give you that moment of like, oh,
right,
they might actually do it.
But I don't need that moment, and I'm tired of that in Marvel movies specifically because they have it in every single fucking one where it's like it's not that, but it's like this like whole. We did this thing so that this happens. Like it's like everything in their movie serves a later purpose, but it doesn't feel organic or natural. Oh. And that's my only real complaint about the movie. That's not even really a complaint. That's just I'm tired of it.
I think the rest of that movie is fucking brilliant.
It's fine.
For so many fucking reasons.
It's a good movie.
I really enjoyed it.
I had a good time and I got invested in the characters, and that's.
They did such a good job of like making sure every like character, everyone's.
Oh no, I hardcore disagree with this part. Hardcore. Black Panther got the fucking shaft in that movie.
He hella got the shaft.
He did shit. Like Bucky did shit. Like fucking Falcon did shit. Like Captain America has one cool moment. Like.
I think that so the Earth crew is the one that got.
Well, even like half the Guardians didn't really do anything, but they don't usually do anything.
Yeah, like that's they kind of.
I don't know. Like to me, it was definitely like Iron Man and Doctor Strange in space. Like, hey, Spider-Man's there too, and that's pretty cool.
And then Thor had a Thor.
Oh yeah, Thor was fucking dope. Thor was dope.
I love Thor.
Okay, so let me tell you one way I could have instantly improved that movie, and I'm not someone I didn't like Thor Ragnarok. It's kind of the bottom half of my.
Still haven't seen it.
Marvel list.
I liked it. It was really stupid though.
Still ain't seen that shit.
You should probably watch it. It's worth watching. It's just like I just don't gel with Thor for the most part. That said, the use of Immigrant Song in Ragnarok is amazing, and they should have used that in Infinity War when he comes down with the Bifrost. They should have had the Immigrant Song play.
Yeah.
That was a missed opportunity. But
it would have been kind of like
would have been a good callback.
Yeah.
Like it would have been a real good callback. I thought that the Earth crew got kind of shafted, but also the Earth crew has all the characters that I didn't give a shit about.
Honestly, like I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of tired of Black Widow hanging with like Thor. In terms of like combat prowess,
like the only person in Earth Crew I really give a shit about is Hulk. Like I don't really.
Oh yeah, they fucking shafted him too.
Well, that's setting up for the second one for sure.
Yeah, but they shafted him.
Also, all the memes that came out of that were great. Do you or one of your loved ones suffer from erectile dysfunction?
Right.
Worth it. Anyway, no, Earth Crew definitely got screwed. But also, those are all my least favorite, like, Marvel heroes, so to me, I was just kind of like, okay, whatevs.
I just wish that, because,
like,
I don't know.
The fight on Titan literally has all my favorite MCU characters except Ant-Man.
Right.
Yeah.
It has Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, Iron Man, and the Guardians. except for Rocket.
But I like my thing is like I like all the characters in the MCU. I think that's like the reason why the MCU works so well. Because if the characters sucked, then those movies would be awful.
Oh yeah,
they'd be fucking god awful.
But the thing is, like, I like others, like some a lot more than others. Like, I don't particularly care all that much for Captain America.
See, I love Captain America.
I love Captain.
I thought I was gonna hate Captain America.
I
and
thought
I ended
they
up
did
really
him
liking
real well in that movie.
Not even in that, like just in the MCU, like because in that movie he's like there, but it's like it's kind of bullshit already that we have like the big finisher to the MCU. And Captain America's not even like in his spangly outfit with the shield.
Yeah, he's in his weird outfit.
I'm telling you, this whole like I think the next movie is just going to be like the core Avengers.
Oh yeah.
And Captain Marvel kicking the shit out of Thanos.
Probably. I bet you anything, it's probably not going to be like as solid a movie.
No.
No. The way they set that movie up, though, is... Continue. The way they set that movie up, though, is fucking brilliant from the fact that instead of doing 3 branching paths with different color palettes and different, like, tones, and then having Thanos act as essentially a protagonist...
Yeah.
Right.
Like, he has fucking goals, he has a beginning, a middle, end, he has the hero's call. Like, they made Thanos live the hero's journey.
Yeah.
It was fucking awesome.
That's true. I thought Thanos was probably one of the better Marvel villains, and I like Josh Brolin's performance a lot, but I still feel like he suffers from the Marvel villain syndrome of, like, being, like, interesting, but not, like... I don't know, like, to me, the best Marvel villain is still probably Loki.
Loki?
I don't know, man.
Loki,
I was so mad at the beginning of that movie.
Let me tell you why I like Loki
I like
so
Loki, how he came full circle, especially at the beginning of the movie.
It's not even just that. It's like his motives aren't... They're not trying to make Loki like the... Okay, America, specifically, like, Western media, has this, like, inherent desire to... make all of their villains sympathetic and make them seem like more relatable and human. That way, like, their struggle feels more compelling, I guess. That way you're not just like, oh, you know, we have this fascination with, like, there is no such thing as black and white, good and evil, even though that's kind of the main thing that we portray in our media, is like good and evil is black and white. We like to play with gray areas a lot. But Loki,
that's what life is.
Right. But Loki, to me, a lot of the times, like, that shit feels fucking super forced and, like, not really genuine or organic. And, like, that was my problem with Thanos, was, like, as a character, I liked him a lot. I thought, like, his dialogue was great. Every moment he was on screen, he was, like, compelling and interesting. But I also felt like...
thing.
Oh, yeah, with the gun.
It was a little silly, but I got it.
Weird.
I like you.
But, like, I struggled to feel anything for his relationship with Gamora, because all you fucking like deal with that before that's coming up is, like, you hear about it from Gamora. She's like, I don't like my dad very much.
My dad.
See, I think that moment, I'll agree with you, but I think the rest of Thanos,
Well, his plan's stupid too, but anyway, like...
Well, no, that one, like...
His like, whole reason behind his plan, I guess, was stupid. Okay, maybe that's why I like the Joker so much as a villain. I know he's, like, kind of the cliche, like, favorite Batman villain.
Yeah, he's most people's favorite. You're right, but it's still obvious.
I think the reason I like the Joker so goddamn much is because there isn't this, like, push to make him sympathetic or
he's fucking
tragic.
He's the Joker.
He's the Joker, but he's not just, like, fun to watch and cool or whatever. He's, like, compelling at the same time.
He's compelling just because he's this, like, concept of, like, what would happen if you just fucking went fucking nuts.
I think that
fuck everything forever.
I don't think that's what makes him compelling. I think he's compelling because he's the anti-Batman. He's like, Batman's all about order and structure and, like, keeping himself in.
That's exactly like.
But, like,
Batman is control. Joker is fuck everything forever.
Yeah, well, and And so that's what I like about the Joker so much is, like, there isn't this, like, inherent need to make him this sympathetic villain, and therefore, like, you don't need to worry about, like, the best way to portray the Joker is to just completely cut loose and just, like, go insane. But, like, with other villains, like, in particular Marvel, I mean, DC does it too. Like, superhero villains, I'll say. Like, in particular, superhero villains are, like...
Outside of Spider-Man, most of Marvel's rogues gallery kind of sucks.
Right.
Yeah.
But even in the MCU...
Spider-Man rogues gallery, half of it kind of sucks.
Right, well, but even in the MCU, like, you know, fucking, like, Black Panther, like, Killmonger was trying to be this, like... He was okay. I liked the portrayal, but I hated the writing. And it's not even like
fair.
And it's not the dialogue. I don't. When people say the writing, all they think about is the dialogue. I like fucking hate the way that his character was portrayed through his actions. Because like Michael B. Jordan does a great job playing the character, but when you're fucking trying to set up this sympathetic villain who's like not really supposed to be a villain that you're like kind of rooting for sometimes. And then in the beginning of the movie, he like just murders a bunch of museum workers in cold blood to get an artifact, and then rides away making out with his hot girlfriend. I'm like, you're not really selling me on this guy. Like you're 1 minute you're like, this is a kid who's struggled a lot and who's been through a lot, and he only got this way because he's trying to help people. And then the next, he's just like
a murderer.
Yeah, he's just a dead ass murderous villain. Like he's not like trying to be it, you know.
That's actually part of the reason I liked... I have a lot of criticism about Spider-Man Homecoming. Like, a lot. And that said, Spider-Man Homecoming did the villain really well.
It did a really good job handling it. Okay, but even Spider-Man Homecoming, Spider-Man Homecoming's villain did the thing of, like, I'm a bad guy, and, like... They're like, I'm a sympathetic bad guy, but then there's that one scene where, like,
I don't even think he's a fucking bad guy. Like,
well, but that's the thing. I'm getting to that. Like, there's the fucking one scene where he's, like, mad at the guy, so he pulls out an alien weapon, immediately disintegrates the guy, just to fucking completely, like, blows him up, like, ruthlessly. Looks at it, he's like, I thought this was the gun that made him float. And then he just moves on. Like, that doesn't change him. That's not a transformative thing. It's just like a joke. But I'm still supposed to...
that is bad writing on their part.
Well, and this is what
they played that off as a joke when it shouldn't have been.
And this is what I'm saying about Marvel villains in particular. And Thanos isn't really the exception to this rule, you know?
Pause real quick. I do like the joke that came after it, though, where he tosses the gloves out and is like, you're the shocker now.
I didn't really read that as a joke. I didn't really read that as a joke, but I get it.
I totally did. Anyway,
no, I'm kind of with Brandon on that one. I was just like...
Yeah, I didn't really read that as a joke. The thing preceding it was definitely a joke. But the thing about Thanos to me is, like... you don't need... I didn't need my Thanos to be, like, the sympathetic... Okay, in the comics, he's motivated by love. Which is cliche and stupid.
Death.
Yes, yeah. Love of literal death, like the Lady Death. But, like... I don't need that, because that's a cliched-ass fucking Darth Vader fucking story, but, like, at the same time, and so I'll agree, like, his motivation in the movie was a lot more, engaging than just, like, oh, I'm in love with death, and she doesn't love me back, so I'm trying to be, like, a god so that I can, you know, talk to her, but then he's, like, too powerful, so she's not on his level, so she doesn't want to talk to him, because... No, whatever. It's
Death
like all
picky.
complicated shit. Well, it's not that. It's like
cool.
Yeah, it's she does, but like I was fine without that. I liked the motivation they set up for him, but also like his plan's so stupid. It's so dumb and like
explain what.
Why would you wipe out half of life on the in the universe if you're worried about the resources going away? Like, what's the point in having resources if you're just going to wipe out half the people that are supposed to use it? They're called resources. You're supposed to use them.
Well, yes, but there's not enough resources. His argument is that there's not enough resources for everyone to achieve utopia. Because,
but he has this limitless power.
Well,
why doesn't he make more?
There's
like the argument.
The argument is, and there's an actual philosopher who does this. It's like no matter what happens, a society of a certain point will hit a point where they're not going to be able to obtain utopia because no matter what, how many resources that like.
I get it. I get it.
You get what I'm saying. Like,
but also like
they'll never achieve utopia if they have X amount of people.
So
and on the worlds that he did murder half the population, they all achieved utopia because
that's not true though.
That is what happened on Gamora's planet. They totally hit utopia. But
that's also not necessarily what Strange was saying. He was just saying that they lost. Strange's words of like, I've seen this out 14 million outcomes and there's only one where we win.
Well, no, I'm referring to specifically like
when talking
when Thanos is
talking with
Gamora and like you.
No, I know, but but you also said like in the 14 million other outcomes. You did. Yeah, you did.
Okay, well, not in the 14 million, but like
on Gamora's planet, I get it.
On other planets, like where he's done this the old-fashioned way.
It's still
old-fashioned way.
The old-fashioned when you had to dirty your hands for mass genocide.
Right. I still don't.
Those were the dark days.
I still don't feel like we needed Thanos to be the sympathetic. Because he was introduced as a warlord.
I don't think they're trying to make it simple.
They hella were, though.
They were. He was like the nicest gentleman.
Him. Yeah,
like he was like, I'm not going to kill anybody.
And it wasn't like a sinister, evil smile. It was like an I'm at peace smile. Like, and then they had like...
Yeah, it was straight up like...
I think that they are very much like... But then they also do the knowing thing where it's like Thanos will return. I think they're trying to say like... They're trying to show you from his mind he is the good guy, but for our heroes he is just the ultimate fucking like kind of an asshole.
I don't think